So August 22nd, I stand where I was standing July 19th, last time we were here. If you, actually I can probably link it in. This is what it looked like 33 days ago.
My daddy accidentally deleted that video. So yeah, that broke bited me.
And here we are, having received somewhere around maybe 2/10 of an inch of rain or so since then, on two separate storms, if you want to call them that. I think about 1/10 of an inch on each one. Needless to say, the grass hasn't grown back any since they were last here, so we've actually had to skip a couple paddocks where kind of this higher ground, there's really been no regrowth. We are brown and short, and I gotta leave something here on the ground. I can't just graze this down to the dirt. That's bad for both the animals and the ground. It's already too short right here, because last time we grazed it, it hadn't grown really before that. So we continue. Last time I was here I called it dry. Now we can officially call it drought. The grass hasn't grown in months. Here at least, and in most places. But we continue to be fortunate to at least have some low spots, some natural little creek beds, some water runoff areas where we are getting, I wouldn't say adequate, but at least some moisture. So I've skipped a few paddocks because there's really nothing there for them, and we're down here in this draw again, which last time we were saying is the best stuff on our farm, and it still is, since we haven't gotten really any measurable rain. This has managed to come back at least a little bit since we grazed it 33 days ago or so. Last time we were here, everything in here was about probably 18 inches tall on average. I'd say now we're at about 8 inches. 10 in some spots. We've gotten some regrowth. We still got a really good mixture of clover and fescue in here. These animals are going to be in heaven today compared to what they've been eating. We're just getting by. We're downsizing like we've been talking about. We just sent one cow to the butcher. Getting rid of another one here in a few weeks after she weans Red Pepper, who's right there. And then, yeah, you just can't keep doing what you've been doing if it's not raining. We wouldn't have any grass at all anywhere, and we'd have a bunch of skinny cows if we had just kept doing what we were doing. So, still making these decisions. It just gotta play the hand you're dealt. This is the next cow that's going. She's had a couple nice cows for us, but she's also just always been kind of high maintenance animal. She's skinny, she consistently gets diarrhea, she's got a long hoof, she's had one stillborn calf out of 3 that she's had. So you put all those things together, and she is the lowest on the totem pole when it comes to who goes next when you're making sacrifices. Old Picklehead, he's going in the freezer in December, along with Shrek and Johnny. And that's pretty much what we're down to. We got our 3 steers that are going in the freezer, the calves for next year, the calves for the year after that, and the sheep. Everyone else has got to go. There's not enough grass for everybody. And we don't want to just start feeding hay, although we are going to start feeding hay. because we've got about maybe 5 or 6 grazing days of grass left. And so we got rid of all the ones we don't absolutely need. All the rest of them have plans to be food one day, and so they gotta stay. So we're gonna have to feed them hay until we get through this. So that's where we are. It's still beautiful. Got a nice cool low humidity day, but we've been up in the 80s and 90s, and the grass just is taking a beating. So this is Eve. She's really come on strong. We were worried about her, I don't know, a couple months ago. She just kind of had a little scruffly hair and kind of a very, very small limp. It was hard to tell if she was limping or not. I couldn't tell if she just had something in her hoof, but she's really turned the corner. She's doing great. She'll be one of next year's freezer beefs. So at this point, we're still just moving them, trying to get them to the grass that we do have, and then it'll be hay time. So God always provides, and I felt myself feeling victimized, but there's so many people that have it worse than we do as far as drought, but kind of just showed me that how foolish it would be to think that I can raise animals for the rest of my life and not go through a drought. And so let's take this opportunity, while we're still kind of small scale, to learn how to manage through a drought. And that just is all about making decisions that you didn't plan on making, getting rid of animals that you didn't plan on getting rid of, but doing what you got to do so that everyone can still prosper. The animals that we are keeping are still looking really good, and that's because they're still getting adequate forage, because we have gotten rid of animals that we weren't planning on getting rid of. So just continuing to learn how to work through this. So if we do decide to do this on a larger scale later in life as a business opportunity, we've learned lessons of how to get through something like this. So call it a blessing in disguise, or not even so much in disguise anymore. It's been revealed to me that there are different seasons, and we can either choose to feel sorry for ourselves when things aren't going the way we want them, or we can take a more humble posture and allow God to teach us what we're supposed to be learning in this time. So I am at peace with that. Yet I'm still very excited for the big soaking rain that eventually is going to come. Anyway, that's all I got to say about that.